You ever have that feeling like you're just stuck in a loop? Hitting the same walls, the same frustrations, day in and day out? Well, what if I told you it's not really your fault? What if it's all because of a single, hidden bug that's been running in your mental operating system since the day you were born? All right, let's get into it.
I mean, that's a pretty wild statement, right? But think about what it does. It reframes the entire problem of suffering, not as some big philosophical mystery, but as a technical problem, a glitch in the code. And if it's a glitch, well, that means we can fix it.
So here's the game plan. We're going to run a full diagnostic, we'll find this mother of all bugs, take a look at its source code, and see the 4 main glitches it causes. Then we'll find the ultimate debugging tool, and finally, see what it really means to achieve total system clarity. Okay, let's jump right in. This core problem, this mother bug, it actually has a name. It's an ancient term from the Pali language, Avijjāsava. And this, right here, is supposedly the root cause for pretty much every system malfunction we experience.
Now, here's the tricky part. This bug, Avijjāsava, it isn't like a computer virus you can just find and delete. It's way deeper than that. Think of it as a fundamental fog, a lack of transparency across your entire operating system. It's like a constant, low-level static in the background that messes with every single thing you do.
So to really wrap our heads around this, we've got to do what any good developer would do. We're going to look at the source code. The word itself is made of 3 key parts. Let's break it down. First up, we've got the letter A. Super simple. Just like in lots of other languages, it's a negative. It just means not, without, or the absence of. Easy enough. The next piece is vijja. And this word, it's awesome. It's not about book smarts or just collecting facts. It refers to a state of crystal clear, transparent, almost scientific knowing. It's like your system having perfect, real-time visibility into its own operations. And the last piece of the puzzle is asava. And honestly, this part is key. It means a leak. But we're not talking about a big flood. It's more like a slow, constant seeping leak, a chronic drip that pollutes everything from the inside out. So let's put it all together. Avijjāsava. It is the state where the absence of clear knowing is constantly leaking from your system's core. And that leak fogs up everything, every thought, every feeling, every perception. You see, it's not just a bug, it's the bug that creates all the other bugs. All right, I know that can sound a little abstract, so let's bring this right down to earth. I've got 4 analogies from the world of tech that are going to make this ancient idea click for you instantly. Okay, so what does this bug actually feel like in day-to-day life? Well, for our first analogy, it's like trying to fix your computer without a debugger. It explains why we feel so lost when things go wrong. Just imagine your life is an app, and it just keeps crashing. You feel stress, anger, anxiety, all these pop-up error messages. But here's the kicker. You've got no developer tools, no error logs, no way to trace the problem back to the source. That's Avijjāsava. It's a systemic blinder that makes it impossible to see the connection between what you do, the cause, and what you feel, the crash. You just keep hitting reboot and running right into the same problem again. But it gets even sneakier than that. This bug isn't just passively causing problems. Oh no. It is actively hiding from you. Which brings us to analogy number 2, the system rootkit. Now, this is where things get a little crazy. A rootkit is malware that buries itself deep in your operating system and disguises itself as a totally legit process. Well, this mother bug does the same thing. It masquerades as you, as your very sense of self. So get this, when you try to do something like mindfulness to observe your own mind, the bug itself pretends to be the one doing the observing. How sneaky is that? It's hiding in plain sight, running the whole show from the shadows. And what about that super frustrating feeling of being powerless to change your own patterns? Well, this bug explains that too. Analogy number 3, it's like you've lost your admin rights. It's your mind, right? It's your computer. But you're logged in as a guest. You can run the apps, think your thoughts, feel your feelings, but you can't get into the control panel to fix the deep down errors. As long as that polluting leak of ignorance, that asava, is still active, you are just a user. You literally lack the permissions to change the fundamental rules that are making you suffer. Okay, so let's put it all together. We can't see the code, the bug is pretending to be us, and we don't have the permissions to fix it anyway. What's the end result? Well, our last analogy is maybe the simplest of them all. It's like your monitor is turned off. Think about it. The computer itself, reality, the world, it's running perfectly. It's constantly processing and sending out data, All the information is there. But your wisdom, your capacity for clear seeing, your monitor, is completely powered down. The issue isn't a lack of information. It's that the output device is off. The result is just total darkness, a complete inability to see things as they actually are.
Okay, so we have a pretty clear diagnosis of the bug. That's the bad news. The good news is there's a fix. The question is, how do we get our admin rights back and finally turn that monitor on? And this is a really critical point. The solution is not to just pile on more knowledge. Reading more books isn't going to fix this. Why? Because as long as your system is still being corrupted by that polluting Avijjāsava leak, any new information you add just gets corrupted too. The first step isn't to add something new, it's to stop the leak. The actual debugging process is surprisingly elegant. It's 3 simple steps. First, you shine the light. You practice seeing things as they truly are, which is really just a way of saying you pay close, non-judgmental attention. Second, that light of pure awareness acts like a patch. It stops the corrupting outflow of the Avijjāsava. It seals the leak. And third, the moment that leak is stopped, the system's natural, clear, transparent knowing, that Avijjā we talked about, is automatically restored. It was there all along, just hidden under the fog.
So what's the end goal of all this? What happens when this mother of all bugs is finally, permanently gone from your system? This is what's possible. Once that fundamental fog is gone, your system can finally read its own source code. It can see the cause and effect logic that was creating the crashes all along. And once it sees that logic, it gets the power to terminate that looping algorithm of suffering for good. It's a profound way to think about it, isn't it? That freedom from suffering isn't something you have to find or build, but something you restore, just by fixing one fundamental bug. So the final question really is just for you. Are you ready to start debugging?